Hi there, it's Lori from Lollipop Paper and Ink. I'm so glad that you could take a few minutes to join me today. This will be just a quick video. I wanted to show off my July customer thank you cards to you, show you how I put them together. Simple, quick and easy, and it's just my little appreciation for my customers that placed an order with me this month. So for this card, we're going to be using the Daisy Lane stamp set. Gorgeous little daisy images. Excuse me, I had a major coughing fit right before I turned the camera on, so I hope I can get through this without another one. So we're going to be using this image with the medium daisy punch. This image also it coordinates with the larger daisy punch from the Daisy Delight set that we had last year, which is still current. So it's a great match. This image is a little bit different. It's a little prettier actually than the other daisy image from the other set, but they both crop out beautifully. I'm going to use this stamp set, Seaside Notions, because I just love these fonts, these sentiments with the mixed font. I mean, I think that's what drew me to this set, and then I noticed, and I've been enjoying all the other images. So let's get going. This is really quick. We're just using 3 colors today: Crumb Cake, Mango Melody. That's a tough one. And so Saffron. All right, so I'm just going to start with my image here. I'm going to use the pretty leaf stem image, and I'm just going to stamp this twice. The first time I'm just going to go right to the edge of my paper that I have already trimmed, and what I did here was I put, I'll show you on this side. When I do this next one, I'm going to go off the paper a little bit. So I'm trying to protect my little paper piercing pad, which I just use for stamping. But it just protects it, so I don't get too much ink on there. So I'm just going to make this come off to the side, and that's done. I usually use the grid paper. This is the square grid paper from the Stamparatus, which I love to have because I like to have lines. I need to have a place for my eyes to land, and that really helps me greatly. So while I have my crumb cake out, I'm going to stamp the sentiment, and since this is a thank you to my customers, I'm going to use this sentiment with gratitude. Now, when I do send out these cards every month, I'm going to close this up, prevent any accidents here. So when I do send these out, I don't write inside of them because it's a thank you, and it's also a gift from me to them, so that they can use this card to send out to somebody else that they want to thank. So I always do that. I make a habit of that, and I usually include a card, a little card that I just sometimes just put it on a Post-it note or something, and I just say, this card is for you to use or for you to keep, and that's my gift. So I use these little pieces of scrap to do these little daisies, because if you use a big piece of scrap or a big piece of paper, it's hard to get the any punch. It's hard to get it when you want to be able to really make a tight fit. So I just put them on little ones, and then sometimes I even not so much for this stamp, but sometimes I even have to put it, like round the corners a little bit with my snips. So here I'm just getting rid of, I don't want to have it on my hand, getting rid of most of the ink, and then I put it on my chamois. I probably should have started with the lighter color first. So for my daisies, I need to punch out 2 images for each daisy. And I like to use 2 different colors. So that's why I'm doing 2 in the So Saffron and 2 in the Mango Melody. And I definitely need to get those out of the way so I don't make a mess. Okay, so here, this is what I was talking about. So sometimes you have to really angle it around, and this piece, if it was a little bigger, I may have had to have rounded it off a little so I can get my punch in there. So nice and tight. This worked perfectly. So I'll do that one. And this one. And then we'll do the same thing. Now, what I usually do, well, we'll put our layers together, and then I just use my bone folder to curl the petals, and you can do it either way. So you see, I have to move it around here to find out to get it right where I want it, which is right there. Okay, so now let's put our layers together and then we'll work on our petals. So this is quick and easy. Get rid of the stamping stuff. Okay, so this is just going on a piece of So Saffron cardstock. Okay, good enough. This is going on my base. Oops. And I always keep my little silicone mat down here for when I go off the edges, which I tend to do when I get carried away. And if I did, some of this glue would end up here, and when I would be done, I can just take my finger and literally roll it right off the pad. And this way you don't have to worry about laying another layer on there and getting some glue on the inside. Okay, so I made a little mark here. I'm not sure when I did that, but that's okay because we're going to cover it. So here, now I'm going to take, and you can do this 2 ways. You just want to bend the petals, and I like bending them down, but there are some instances where I do curl them up. But for this, I like it down. I don't know where my other daisy went. And you could wait until you put the 2 of them together before you do that. Oh, here we go. Come on. And sometimes I end up doing it both times. I'll curl them now, and you're just breaking down the fibers of the this is just regular Whisper White cardstock. It's not the thick one. All right, so I'm just going to take one of them, and I'll start with the light color and put a glue dot on there, and then sort of just arrange it so that it's right in the middle. You don't really have much much space in between the little petals. And then take this one, and we can pop this right on here. And you can see it has a little dimension. It's lifted a little bit. Now I'll show you with this one, before I put the glue dots on, and this one I think I'll put the darker color up on top. But you can, because this is thinner paper, it may get a little, where do I want this? Nope, not there. There we go. Okay, so now I'm just going to give it a little extra curl. Because if you were doing this with cardstock or with the thick Whisper White, one time would be plenty. So that's that, and this is going to go right on there. So look how simple that was. And this is my way of showing my customers that order through me every month, or even whenever they order. It doesn't have to be every month. Everyone gets a beautiful card, handmade card in the mail to show my appreciation. If you placed an order with me this month, you can expect one of these cards in the mail also. At the end, I'll be getting them out this week. And also, the new catalog is coming out, so we're able to pre-order from that this week, but you'll be able to order from it early September. If you need a copy of that catalog, I would be happy to send you a free copy. All you have to do is go to my blog, and on the menu where it says inspiration, I think the first drop down is catalogs, and just fill out that form with your information, and I'll be happy to pop one in the mail for you. I'll be ordering them this week, and I'll have plenty to send out. If you are a recurring customer and I have you on my mailing list through Stampin' Up, then the catalog mailing list, then you will probably get yours sooner. Stampin' Up will send them out by bulk, and you'll be able to get your catalog. I hope you're going to love it. I hope you can breeze through it and make your wish list. And so that's it. Thank you so much. I just wanted to show you what a little bit of how I appreciate my customers every month. And this is just a small way of doing it. Everybody does get one of these handmade cards every year, every month. And if you had placed an order over $75 and used the host code, then you would have gotten the incentive gift from me in addition to the card for the month. So this month, I believe it was the sequins, the adhesive backed sequins. So anyway, thanks for sharing some time with me today. I hope you have a great day and come back and visit soon. Have a good one. Bye-bye.